for you to be in the country. As we move along, there will be programs that will help to be able to take care of those kind of situations, to console those people who have sustained losses. It is not my duty right now to sit there and make commitment, but I can assure you that this is what we are about to do to make sure that we make Liberia a country of law and order, a country that we respect the rule of law, and that we'll be able to discuss those kind of matters in a way in which we see it fit for the whole country, not just for one individual. But I can assure you, we'll work with you if you're back in Liberia. Thank you. On the view of the African Americans, we know that the move, the diaspora, we've been talking about it for a long time. We are taking ideas from countries that have already been far ahead of us. So we've already started. I think you heard the announcement about some of the things that we plan to do. I can assure you, we've opened the way already. There are a lot of African Americans who have already applied, and we're working with them. So we are interested in this, and we will work with you. But the doors are open, and we are working with it. We want to see, even long before this time, it hadn't been a difficulty for African Americans to go to Liberia. It's a matter of resettlement or settlement. I think we are working on the modalities so that we can be able to accommodate all of you. With respect to the issue of the immigration in the United States, you know, over the years, we've done quite a lot. We've been here, we've been intervening, we've been talking to the Congress people, but as where it is, our effort as a nation is to work with the authorities here to understand our situation. It's not yet at Liberians alone, but we have to work with it globally. And we've been talking, close doors, to make sure that our case as Liberians, knowing very well that this country is a country that will hold dear to us. So we're dealing with a situation in a way that we'll be able to bring some understanding. I know you have not had any ill treatment since then, maybe in some isolated cases, but we're talking government to government. There's some closed-door discussions that are going on, and I can assure you, whatever it is, we'll make sure that we talk for your rights, and we'll work with the government to make sure that the relationship we've had over the years will be respected, and that your situation can be dealt with properly. That's all I can say for now.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We'll begin again from that end. Okay.
Hello, Mr. President. My name is James Perry, founder of JP LLC, a technology company building secure login, encryption, documents, and AI-powered monitoring systems. My mother also has been shipping goods to Liberia for over a decade and restarting operations in this January. How can Liberian-owned companies like ours be included in your agenda to protect government data, strengthen digital security, and support trade growth?
Next question, right there.
Thank you.
Remember, the president will take 3 questions at a time.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. President, Liberia has missed critical opportunities to rebuild our educational system, particularly during the years 2006 to 2018, when international partners were ready to support us. Today, what concrete steps is the administration taking to ensure education is no longer an afterthought, but the foundation of our national development strategy? I thank you.
Dr. Kula, please get the next one. Yes.
Okay. Hi, Mr. President. My name is Dr. Stella Jeffries. What policies are in place to prioritize Liberian ownership in mining concessions instead of majority foreign control? I recently got a mining license, business, but I will need the support of the president and the government for Liberians mining. Thank you.
Let me start with the last. As you know, we took over a little bit less than 2 years ago. We inherited a lot of mining concessions. We have decided that we're going to review all of our mining concessions. We're going to review them, and we have already a timeline to do that. We know that mining is quite an expensive, especially mining of something kind like iron ore and something like that. But there are mining areas that Liberians could take, like in a gold mine. We are losing millions of dollars to the hands of foreign mining companies. But we cannot, we have international laws to abide by. We can't just come and cancel all the licenses. But we have an opportunity to review them, to make them suit our own conditions, and make sure that we are internationally compliant, but at the same time, that we know that those mining sections are for Liberia to benefit from them. We do agree that some of the mining, in fact, most of them, they declare losses in Liberia, but they make profits in their external holdings. We know that. And once we can get to that, the opportunities will open for Liberians to participate. But at the moment, we have to abide by international laws to respect the concession rights that they have. With respect to Liberia missing opportunities, but that's what we're talking about. We missed a lot of opportunities, but again, we're not alone in that. But our determination now in the arrest agenda is to make sure that we come up with programs that will benefit our country. And that's what we're trying to do. That's why we're trying with a diaspora approach, because in many cases we have left the diaspora out, we have left many people up that have talents and skills and resources to rebuild our country. So this is a new opportunity. We made several, but we're willing to take the blame for whatever happened in the past. But at least all of us should work together to restoring some of the years that the locusts ate, and that we can begin to work together. This is a new Liberia, this is a new concept, and that we're giving you the opportunity to be a part of it. I heard the young man talking about AI. By the way, we already have programs of AI going on in Liberia. When we took over, we digitized the country nationally. We launched our digital program, and there are people who are now in the country training young people with AI. And would that be a blessing for some of you who already have the skill to come and join them? And the doors are open. That's what we're looking for. People with knowledge, skills, to be able to work. And you young people, you are the custodian of that, and that's what we're talking about. So you see us, you can talk to people around here. In fact, the Minister of Finance might speak to that briefly.
Yes, I just want to buttress the president on the issue about business, especially for youth entrepreneurs. Just recently, we, working with the African Development Bank, launched something called the Youth Entrepreneurship Investment Bank. The intention is to support more than 30,000 youth-led businesses, entrepreneurs. We've mobilized the first 17 million. It's going to scale up over time. And besides, through that initiative, we're working with partners, one of which is the U.S. Development Finance Corporation, the DFC. They intend to scale up support for businesses in Liberia. Just last night, I was in conversation with the U.S. Exim Bank, if I is there. They are interested in supporting folks like you and others who intend to go back home and do business and expand business. So the government is intentional. We'll try to link some of these initiatives and these institutions to specific individuals who have needs. So we will do that. Please contact us. But if we're talking about AI, the UNDP and other partners are supporting the introduction, I think, of a new program at the university for AI and some other digital technology or courses. It will soon be launched at the University of Liberia.
Thank you. And I'll just buttress some education stats for the questions that came for education. Our AAID, the core of it is education. So that tells you the importance that this government has placed on education. And it's costed at $2.3 billion. And so when you heard the president at the UN make the case about the amount of money that we're gonna commit, we are committing those funds under the AID. And with that, we've been able to secure 90 million from the World Bank and the Global Partnership for Education to transform foundational learning. As I toured the country last year, I went classroom to classroom, engaged students. There was a young girl who wrote beautifully on her notebook. And I asked her, read for me what you wrote. She could not read. And in that moment, we decided with the leadership and guidance of the president, that foundational learning was going to be what we use to transform the Liberia education sector. And with that, we've been able to identify 8 transformative reforms, specifically teacher and administrator upgrading. We know our girls go to school and they drop out of school by 6th, 7th grade, some of what our young people were talking about earlier. So girls and inclusive education is one of the priority reforms. Technical vocational education to bring skilled work back, blue collar engagement into our economy. We also are expanding school supplies, instructional supplies, improving infrastructure, as well as monitoring and supervision in our schools and improving early grade literacy. So we are going to build with this $90 million, 100 new schools in Liberia at the foundational level. And those are going to start this year, the end of this year, comprised some quick updates for education.
Well, I just want to make some clarity regarding trade. I heard you talk about trade. And just to let you know that the Ministry of Commerce is deeply into digitizing the system where you have no bottleneck. We try to see how we can get bottleneck out of the way, whether it's security, whether it's custom, wherever it is, we try to see what we can do cross-border trade as well. And we try to see how we can begin by starting at the Liberia Business Registry. That's where you start from. That's the beginning of trade. That's where you begin from, at the Liberia Business Registry. And then later you boil down to the Ministry of Commerce, where we have the entire commercial system, where we try also to digitize that one, also to have you have a speed into whatever you want to do. We try to see how we can open space, because an investor or businessman wouldn't have the time for delay. He or she will want to see the process being faster than ever before. So we try to get rid of paperwork so that we have you apply wherever part of the world you may be, to be able to apply and have your IPD, that is the import permit, and the export permit, to have you have it on time. So regarding the trade you talk about, the delay, that's what we are doing right now to see how we can speed up all processes regarding trade. Thank you.
Now, you see, when I was a presidential candidate, I used to come here in the national website. So we just want to tell you that we are ready for business.
Your Excellency, Mr. President. Thank you for engaging us. I engage with Gloria McIntosh. I'm the director of the Center for Public Health Practice and Professional Development at the American Public Health Association, and proud owner of Migrant Bellish McIntosh. I applaud your efforts. I applaud your efforts to build our healthcare infrastructure. However, I kindly ask, how is... All right, sorry. They would like me to start over. Sorry. So, Your Excellency, I said I would like to thank you for engaging in the Tiger. I engaged to Gloria McIntosh, Director for the Center for Public Health Practice and Professional Development at the American Public Health Association, and proudly the daughter of Mrs. Michael Mellish McIntosh. I applaud your efforts to build our healthcare infrastructure. However, I kindly ask a very important question. How is your administration ensuring effective coordination centered by the Ministry of Health and NPIL, utilizing a public health model which addresses the root causes of poor health, such as adverse childhood experiences, food insecurity, unsafe neighborhoods, and mental health. Unlike the healthcare model that focuses only on treating the ill. Prevention is better than cure. The public health model also reduces the long-term burden on the society, and we utilize that effectively during infectious epidemic in a data-driven manner. So my question is, how can we switch from the healthcare model to the public health model that centers the social determinants of health? Which are the social factors that actually contribute to poor health? Thank you.
So, so, please, ladies and gentlemen, ask just your question and be to the point. We don't want the premises so long that we get discombobulated. Okay? So just ask your question. If your question is too long, we're going to cut you off. The lines will now stop at that end, and we'll see how far we can go. But please, if your question has been asked, just leave the line. If you repeat your question, we'll get you off. So ask your question in less than 30 seconds, go straight to the point. So your question, we got lost in transmission. From this line, go ahead, straight to your question.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Okay. Mr. President, our mother of Liberia, delegates, I just want to bring greetings. It's not, bring it down a little bit. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Mr. President, I want to bring you greetings from Mr. Isaac Wallace, the architect and design that built the Central Bank of Liberia and the first glass building on Crown Hill. My name is Eva Uboti Wallace, and Mr. President, it's not a question. We have donated $3 million to the Republic of Liberia. The first project is a digital library. The second is 2 markets, and we are building $1 million housing. That will be all in Grand Jita because that's where I came from, and that's where we're starting. I went to the Central Elementary School in Zweju. I went to the convent. I graduated from BWR. I went to LU. I graduated from the American University in Marketing and Finance. And currently, I am at the Columbia University in New York City. I have been in business for 25 years, and this is my gift to the Republic of Liberia. We're starting from, wait. 30 seconds. We are starting from Grant County. I'm from there, and we're going to expand to other counties. So, Mr. President, this is our gift to the Republic of Liberia.
Thank you very much. She gave a gift, so we got consideration. So again, straight to the point. No premise, no prelude, just the question.
Good evening to our father of the land and to our mom. Mr. President, I live in the DMV, and I am a grassroots leader, and I have talked to so many Liberians who come to small about event, and they ask so many things. But one of the specific questions that came out recently was based on the initiative your government has taken to bring closure to leaders who pass, unjustly due to our civil crisis. But this one person in particular is very close to you. One Stanford Clark, his niece, was one of the survivors of the massacre at the Lutheran Church. And she has lived out of Liberia for so many years. She lived in the Ivory Coast, and she moved to the United States. This lady is asking those who survived the massacre, as you are doing for past leaders, bringing closure, can they get a closure as well? Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, then one more question, and the president will answer your question again. If you won't give long premise and prelude, will take the mic from your mouth. You're not even handling the microphone. Please, the father of the land is here. We're not tell you hello plenty of time. No hello, just come and ask your question. If we have to entertain a lot of people, or else if you ask long questions, it's going to be, not fair to the other people. So just ask your question. Our helpers have been directed to pull the mic from your microphone if you want to give a long story. Yes, sir.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, my name is Nathaniel Massacre. My question is this. I am among many Liberians throughout the diaspora that are interested in bringing investment to Liberia. One question that has come about amongst some investors is this: what is the Liberian government doing in the area of capital flight to protect the assets that Liberians earn, to ensure that money earned in Liberia does not flee the country?
Thank you.
Okay, let me just say that the government is doing a whole lot to strengthen the Liberian economy, make it more resilient, and also ensure that monies generated from Liberia, a significant portion can be used to develop the country. We don't have what we call capital controls, which to some extent is seen in many jurisdictions as being one attractive feature of the Liberian economy, but it also has its own drawback because others have abused it. So as we talk, there are conversations underway. One of the conversations we are on is in the mining sector, especially gold. What we can do to ensure that the significant amount of gold that is being exported from our country, we have significant value coming back. Just recently, the government featured a delegation, a study tour delegation to Ghana and other places. We are trying to adopt a model that those that are mining in those sectors, that the central bank can start to have some gold reserves. And we are also contemplating on ensuring that our assets, our minerals are not just taken in raw forms. Refining and adding value is where we are going. So there are investors who are already online wanting to help us as we try to move from the rudimentary form of just extracting, but adding value. It's not only for gold, but for many of the other sectors that we have endowments. So there are a lot of things on the way. I cannot go in details, but some of you that have the time can contact us. We'll tell you all that is happening.
Let me thank sister who just made this generous offer. Since you're going to do that, you know, Grand used to be a very difficult place to get. I promise you, I'm going to build a road to Grand and that road is going to be completed so you can drive safely. And we appreciate people who are giving back to the country. Our job is to manage the resources to make sure that those things can happen. Grand has one of the most beautiful terrains. I'm even taking there people who are going to invest in cocoa, planting, and create some employment for the area. So we appreciate you. I can assure you the government will work with you to make sure that your promises are fulfilled. Thank you very much. With respect to the issue of people who survive, you know, we set up a committee on the reef area, and that committee was headed by the Minister of Education. And we were able to reach out to family members. What we're trying to do is to expand the committee to make sure we generate new ideas as to how to make it inclusive in some of the areas that we need to, like the central, our well-known Central Street cemetery. That's not a place anymore. We are thinking about what to do with it. So there are many things that we need to do, that we're planning to do, to make the Liberians know that we are serious about bringing the people together. So any ideas you have that is not inclusive in what we're doing, please let us know. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, so we're giving you cards to write your question. Please, just write your question so you can be read it. Let's go from that end.
Hello, my name is Ophelia Nurse Barr. My question is, what is the Liberian government doing to decrease the mortality death rate?
Thank you. And we go to the far right. Yes. The microphone, far right. Yes.
Hello, Mr. President, Madam President.
Haïti, moi je t'embarque pour Bangui. Si tu m'aides d'abord bombarder l'Irak, moi je t'arrange le Kurdistan. Ils ont rien de métal, rien de métal. Ils ont partagé le monde, aïe aïe aïe. Si tu me laisses l'uranium, moi je te laisse l'aluminium. Si tu me laisses tes gisements, moi je t'aide à chasser les talibans. Si tu me donnes beaucoup de blé, moi je fais la guerre à tes côtés. Si tu me laisses extraire ton or, moi je t'aide à mettre le général dehors. Ils ont partagé le monde, rien n'est métal, rien n'est métal, rien n'est métal. fazer no mundo. Ai, ai, realimentar, realimentar, realimentar. Ils ont partagé Africa.